Hi guys, so we just finished the walkthrough. The building superintendent just took off, but I have a picture of our punch list that I'm going to send to you, and then I'm coming back on the 1st, the morning of the 1st, to do a walkthrough and make sure all the little punch list stuff is done in anticipation of closing later on that day. So these couple pieces of blue tape you see here is just some paint touch-up things. Here on the front of the house, that this down here has a note to go up and caulk some nail heads and repaint the board right above the window. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head into the house. They are finishing up the front landscaping. That's something else that I'll be looking at when I come back here in a couple days. So they are putting in these plantings. It'll be pine barked like you see on the next house over. And then there is an irrigation system out here, and the water source for that irrigation system is the city. It does not come through your meter. More blue tape touch-ups. That's a little bit of paint on that thing, and I think there's a nail head sticking out down here. They've got to clean this threshold off. But overall, the walkthrough went very, very well, better than most, and that's been my experience with this builder, is that they are pretty good with attention to detail. We've still got quite a bit of tape. My wife, Gail, goes a little bit overboard sometimes, but she does a good job. I should probably shut up now while I'm ahead. So anyway, everywhere you see tape is just, I'll describe what it is if I can remember what it is. Going on through here. These cabinet doors, this lower door has kind of a mar in it, or it's not really a scratch, but it's marred, so they're going to come back and repaint those. And I'm sorry to spin you around in circles. There's a smudge on the baseboard down there. They've got to finish cleaning up the garage. They did get all of that furniture and stuff out of here. But they just need to sweep and pressure wash the floor. They've got to get these paint cans out of here. I asked them to leave the paint that matches the house interior. But I don't want to get stuck with 10 5-gallon cans of paint. So, and we won't. So walking on through here, this was the door needed adjusting. It's a little bit out of square. That's a mar on the paint. A little goober there in the paint. And a couple other little goobers here. And what we're looking at is just little stuff like that. So as you can tell, we're starting to get anal. Excuse my French. And heading upstairs, probably the most, see, there's a little spot on the rail there. Probably the most significant thing we found through the walkthrough is right up here. And you might or might not be able to see it in the camera, but there's a seam that goes right straight up the wall here that's just barely visible if the light hits it right. And so they're gonna have to resand that, re-mud it or putty it, if you will, and repaint it. So that's probably the most significant thing we found. And there's some other little touch-ups up here and up here. So, and coming into the master, there was a missing piece of trim, I believe, in the master bath. A little goober up there on the paint. And then another little spot here on this corner. Outlet's a little tilted. So. And I think I said this in a previous video, but I really like the quartz in here. So where was the trim. You see there's white base molding here. And this piece didn't get put in. Stuff like that happens. That's why we do these walkthroughs. This door had, it had kind of a rough spot right here, so they're going to resand and repaint that. And then a little, you can see right in the corner, a little bit of light color. They didn't get enough paint spray into that corner. And that's a little touch-up thingy there. Laundry room, more just little touch-ups and paint goobers. And this was something they had to move, that adapter thing for the dryer, and so they had to patch a couple screw holes. Bath. I don't think we found anything in this bathroom. Yeah, no, I think this bathroom was clean. So this is, you see this little spot right there at the top of the outlet. That's where the sheetrock guy punches his tool in to make the hole. He got a little wild with it. And a little hole patch back there in the closet. I don't think, there's a little paint issue up right by the smoke detector. I think that was the only thing in this room. Yeah. So looking good. They will make all these touch-ups and corrections. I will come back. I may come back on the afternoon of the 30th. I don't have my calendar with me, and it seems like I got something going on the morning of the 1st. But afternoon of the 30th, morning of the 1st, we'll come back and do another walkthrough. Make sure all of these items are taken care of. Like I said, they filled out a piece of paper, a punch list piece of paper. I took a picture of it, and I'll send you a copy of that as well, and then I'll get a paper copy of it when we come back and do the final walkthrough. So outdoors, we did the same thing. A couple little spots there. There was like some texture or caulk or something here, and of course when we scraped it off, the paint came with it. So they'll come back, sand that off, and repaint it. Same down here. So there was a little spot there, a couple little spots up here. So, and I think that was pretty much it on the outside. So anyway, call me if you have any questions about this video. And the last thing I was going to mention, and I'll mention this in my email as well, I've got a kind of a minor outpatient medical thing tomorrow. So I'm not going to be available until probably a little later in the afternoon. But I will be around later in the afternoon tomorrow. So if you need me, give me a call. And I will talk to you guys soon. And let me go ahead and, well, I guess I got this pretty good out front, but we can get it again. So what they're going to do, obviously, they're bringing in topsoil, and they're going to landscape all of this, and it'll end up looking just like the house next door. So anyway, talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.